Hi everyone, my name is Pete Kierkla. I own Kierkla Farm and started Kierkla Farm when I was in high school and continued it in college, and then went off to Montana to work on a sizable cattle ranch there and learned about cows, and came back here to Western Mass and kept it going and grew the farm to what it is today, and we're still growing every year. We're farming about 150 to 200 acres all over Western Mass and north central Connecticut. And so this video that's about to play is a look into our spring season. This is going to be episode 1. So tilling, spraying, planting, all that good stuff. We planted oats and corn this year. Now we're well into hay season. It's actually July 2nd. We're actually on our last field of first cut, and we'll be on to second cut, but that'll be a whole nother video. So we hope you guys enjoy a look into our lives and see what it's like farming. It's pretty hard, and this is all new to me, growing corn and oats, so a lot of learning curves, as you'll see in the video that'll play next. And to touch on another thing is we have sold shirts and made shirts here and there. Shout out to Maddie for helping us. She runs the online store and makes the shirts. But we figured we seen another local farmer or farm do it, and we thought it was a great idea, so we wanted to jump on that bandwagon as well. All the shirts we're going to make now and then continue to make, we're just going to donate all the money, 100% of the proceeds, to a charity. And so this spring we're going to donate all the money to Agrisafe, Stress Helper. It's an organization that helps farmers with depression, suicide prevention, and almost like a hotline that farmers can go to and talk about their stress and to kind of help them. So we wanted to do something cool, so these are the shirts. Enough of me talking. We'll cut this and then we'll go right into our planting season, and hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you. So this weekend is fertilizer weekend on hay ground, moor ground, and oat ground. So we have about 130 tons to spread, so about 260,000 pounds of fertilizer to spread this weekend. We got about 30 tons done, so we just got 60,000 pounds done here. And we're going to go across the street, spread another 8 tons, 16,000 pounds. Hopefully everything so far this harvest is going good. Tractor's running great, AC's nice and cool, no issues here. I get back in the skid steer and load this thing up again and just keep spreading it. That 5-bottom John Deere plow from the farm a couple towns over last fall. I haven't got to use yet. First day we're out here using it. This field was basically just grown in and garbage. We came in, we sprayed it and put down fertilizer. Now we're in here plowing it up during the week with biscuit. Next weekend we plant it. We're going to come in and bring the oats. We'll harvest the oats, and then we will make straw out of the stalk. So we're going to the Michael, running 1486, making it really smooth. There's a bunch of bushes in here, so there's root clumps clogging up the plow, kind of giving us a hard time. But down in this flatland here, it's really good. The dirt's really good. I couldn't ask for better dirt. There's hardly any rocks, so those stuff is good. Up on top, it's all sand and mass and roots and bushes, so it's kind of fighting it up. Keep an eye on Michael here for a little bit, and I'll head out, go check on the cows, move the cows, and then come back. Check our light.
I literally knew what I wanted, and I was like, do you have any of these sold by themselves? She said, what you see is what you get. I said, go fucking look. She's like, I'm not going in the back to check.
Watch out. Move your fingers, you're gonna see shit. Move it forward and backwards. Oh, what was that?
Park.
Do that again. Stop, don't do it.
Times with the goats.
Hey, Bill. So, alright, so I got it right here. I'm underneath
can't really even see it. So this part right there, see all that flat plate? It comes out once, because I'll show you, Bill. So right now, if he puts it in, put it in park. See how that moved? Maybe not. Maybe you didn't see it. Do it again, Michael. See how it's engaging and what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the park brake. Yep. Oh, keep going. Oh, bingo.
It's in neutral.
Fucking pull that lever. Thank God. I think that was it.
It fucking started rolling.
Just had a little bit of dinner on the tailgate, and we're going around the field. There's a couple falling down trees. So we got the old Husqvarna chainsaw here, and we're just cutting down the trees that fell into this field. We haven't farmed this field in a couple years. I think last time we farmed it was like 2021, so 3 years ago. It just sat since, but we're gonna come back in here. We're gonna plow it all up tonight. Probably be a late night, and possibly disc it in the morning and plant corn either. Today's Monday, so maybe Tuesday, because Wednesday's my birthday. So we just got done cutting up a tree. I had the chainsaw and stuff in my truck. Just got done cutting up a tree in this field here. I'm gonna start hooking up to the plow. Well, the plow's already hooked up, but I'm gonna make a pass before it gets dark. That way I can get a visual of the field, and then I can just run it in the dark. It doesn't matter, I just gotta follow my original line. So I'm gonna hop in the tractor right now. We're gonna get this field plowed up tonight. Mia's over there, she's got the new drone. She gave me a drone for my birthday, so we just did some drone videos of cutting up the tree, but she's gonna try to get a drone video of the tractor before it gets dark. So I'm hopping in the tractor here now. And, oh, nope. I'm not getting the tractor because I forgot the tractor key at the apartment. That sucks. And that's gonna be a wrap for tonight. So it's like 2:30 in the morning or something like that. Last night, me and Mia came here and we cut down a couple trees that were falling in this field. We got them all cut up, and then I was gonna start plowing, but I had left the key behind. So I came here, went home, just took a quick, I don't know, couple hour nap. Now I'm back here, gonna plow. Kind of a long morning. This, as you can see, this field, we haven't worked this field in like 2 years. So what's coming with the problem is, as you can see right here, there's your sod wheel that cuts the grass, and then the dirt comes right down this channel up on the plow and falls over. What my problem is the wheel was, the bottom of the wheel was up here. It wasn't actually cutting the grass, cutting it clean and sending it over here. It was just, it was up in the air higher, so it was just pushing out of the way. The grass was coming back and just clogging up the plow. So it was kind of a nightmare, and I never really didn't pick up on it. So I tried tying these over to keep them, but the rope was just snapping on me. It took me a while to figure it out, but once I figured it out, it started cutting really good. As you can see, I didn't get a whole lot done. This is probably like a 5 acre or so field. I'm not really sure how many acres it is, but I only got like an acre down the middle done, because I'd go like 5, if lucky, if I was going 5 feet, and it would just clog up. I'd have to get out, pick it up, clean it all off, come back around, go again 5 feet. And I was just getting really frustrated, and I was like, well, maybe I have to go get a brush hog. But I didn't want to go get a brush hog because they're about 45-minute plus tractor ride to a brush hog, so it was just wouldn't get done today. So I just kept figuring out, finally figured out that was my problem. So a little bit of just inexperience, I guess, not having to dealt with, I mean, this stuff is just like matted, wet garbage, and it just clogs, balls right up. It balls up right away. So it's just a pain. But once I got those discs lowered in the ground, it was the weight of the plow was able to just push it down and just cut. It just cut it like a knife, like, you know, like a hot butter knife going through butter. So it worked really good. Now I know that's the problem, but kind of stinks. It took right when I figured it out. I have to go to work, so I'm gonna leave this field alone till about 5 or 6 in the afternoon. I'm gonna come back,
probably have like 2 hours of plowing, hour and a half if I kind of go in third. And then it's plowing it up really nice. Actually, I can walk over the field. It's plowing it up gorgeous. I mean, it almost looks like it's disced where I plowed once I figured it out, even though it's not, obviously not disced yet. But it's looking really, really good. This dirt's really good. There's a couple low spots, like over here. There's a couple low spots, and it's a little, not rocky, but there's definitely a hard base, because if I drop the plow down any more than like 10 inches, it really likes to buckle and kick. But as you can see, I mean, it is doing like a perfect job. I couldn't ask for any better than this. I mean, this stuff is pretty dang nice. It's a little wet and clumpy, but the hair I have, the wheels are really close together. But as you can see, like over here, I don't know if you can tell, but in the middle of the field over there, it's just still grass and grass clumps and a bunch of garbage. So what I'm gonna do is, once I finish the field, I'll go down through those sections again and just fly right through it with the plow and try to flop it over, make it easier for the disc, so it's not just such a mess of the disc. But this stuff right here, this stuff's gorgeous. I mean, this is really nice. It's a little bit, you know, kind of sinky, so hopefully it kind of packs down good with the disc. And I'll put the weights on the disc, the roller bar in the back, so it kind of packs it down. But so far I'm really happy. Really stinks I didn't get this done. I really wanted to not work in the dark tonight, but that's not gonna happen. I'll probably hook up to the disc right a little bit before dark and spend a couple hours in the disc in the dark, but that's all right. I got a little speaker in the tractor, so just use that and keep going. But I'm gonna park the old girl for the day. I'm gonna fill up and grease it now, so when I get to work I can just come back and just hammer down. But for now, put it away. I'll be back in about 10 or 12 hours after work. So we're back out here, May 21st. As you can see, that little bit I plowed this morning or last night, whatever, middle of the night, whatever you want to call it. Got that all done up, kind of got this plow figured out. It is new to me, so got it figured out with those sawed, whatever you want to call them, sawed discs here. Got them all set for the right depth, so hop back in the tractor, get the radio on, get the AC going, because it's about 86, 87 degrees out here, and just get this field done. Gonna plow it up quick, and then hook up to the disc it, and depending how I'm doing on time, possibly even go and get the corn planter and drag the corn planter here. So that's the plan. Stay tuned. In the wire right now, we just got the disc hooked up for the first time, getting all the cornfields ready. It's wet, it's really wet. I just buried the tractor probably up to about a good 1.5 to 2 feet. I had to drop the disc, I couldn't even get it out with it disc picked up. Barely had the tractor out, and then got a chain to pull the disc out the back way. Rehooked up to it, kept going. There's 10 acres here. I'm gonna try to get it all chopped up once, at least tonight. So it's the last field we're disking in Massachusetts till we turn over to go into Connecticut. We disked last night till about midnight. Pretty wet field. Got stuck with the tractor, had to disconnect the disc, reconnect it, pull it all out. The 16th or 17th today, kind of getting close to the wire for planting corn, but we still got enough time. Next week the forecast is about 75, 80 all week in sun, so that'll dry up the wetter fields. This field is pretty dry. It's been sprinkling all day, but just the top's wet, so actually it'll keep the dust down. It'll actually be pretty good. And we'll run through this, get this all nice and good and flat for the planter coming here Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, plant this, get this field out of the way, and then head to Connecticut, plant Connecticut, then head back up here and finish up the wet fields we have here in Mass. And we'll be done with planting, and then we'll start focusing towards haying and the second half of calving season. The rest of the cows are due end of June, middle of June, so a little late calvers there, but I got really bad poison ivy pissing me off. field just about done, and there's a stupid wet spot, which should be right there, that I'm slowly closing in on, but I keep getting stuck. So it's my second time getting stuck today. What I do is I just unhook the disc, drive out, back up, offset, and get a chain and pull it out. It's just that tire over there on that disc is what's kind of getting me. It's just a muddy junk swamp water. But if I'm able to get this junk disced up, I get that water down below and kind of get some dry stuff on top, I can make something work. It's already, sun's starting to set, so it's too late to go get a disc or get the duals and all that. So I'm just trying to close in on this wet spot here. But that right tire right there definitely is what got me. She's buried. That's my issue right there. But it's gonna take the pin out, take the hydraulic lines off, pull through with the tractor, and then once I do that, come back over and drag the disc out and rehook up again. It's kind of a pain, but I guess it's just what you gotta do. I wanna get this ready tonight so I can plant tomorrow. Stay tuned. This whole field, it is hot out. I think it's getting close to 90, but just got the disc hooked up, and I got the big concrete bar hooked up behind it. Ready to take it off, and we transported it here with the little boy, but got it all back up, got it all greased up. Gonna hop back in the tractor and shut all the doors and get some AC, cool down, and try to get this field disced up before it gets dark. So this is the view from inside the cab, discing this field up here. Discing up pretty good. I'm not really too worried about it. The plow really chopped it all up nice. The only part I'm kind of worried about, it's going to be a little aggressive, are some of the edges over there, which is a little choppy. And then kind of in the middle here, where the plow was getting clogged up early this morning or last night. But that's what it looks like. And then you can see that bar in the back there that kind of smoothens it out real nice. I actually have some chain link fence in my in the bed of my truck. I'm thinking once I make a pass over everything once, I'll hook that chain link fence up and I'll put that behind the bar, and that'll make it really nice and flat and smooth, and just basically butter for that planter to come in and just plant right in through this stuff. But it's looking really good. It's doing good. A couple big rocks I'm going to have to get out of the cab and pick, but that is what it is. But for this ground not being worked in, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now, it's pretty good. So I'm not going to complain at all. Happy we got the field and happy we can use it and put some corn on it. And hopefully it grows good. Just went through the seeder yesterday, cleaned out all the lines, and everything was good, clean. There's nothing in the lines. Knew the hydraulic was a mess. It's all rusted, corroded, and the guy before me didn't take care of nothing. But I just said, oh, we'll be fine. We only got to plant 5 acres. So I show up. They have a John Deere hydraulic tip, so obviously it's not going to go into an international. So I try to unscrew it. It's just rotted on. So that was no go. So I said, oh, I'll just take the line off the cylinder, just get a whole new line made because I can't get it off. Well, it all just blew up. And then when I was trying to take the line off the actual cylinder, it broke inside, the threads broke inside the cylinder. So now the cylinder's shot because I don't have time to pick out threads, just go by cylinder. So today we're probably not going to plant. I have a tractor trailer showing up in about 2 hours to load that disc to go down to about 40-50 miles into Connecticut to start plowing there for corn. Which I might have to call and cancel that because I really want to get something done today. But I don't think anything's going to do. It's just a pain in the ass every day. Nothing works. dogfight everything that could break, did break, and everything that weather could do wrong, did do wrong. So that part kind of sucks, but just doing the best we can, making it work. This is the, oh, not working. That is the grain drill. It's a 510 International 10-foot grain drill. Works pretty good. We're drilling in about an inch to an inch and a half of depth for these oats. So we're done planting oats. Well, not really, but kind of. I had one more pass left of oats to do, but I ran out of seed, so the tractor's needed elsewhere, so I'll just go buy one more bag of oats tomorrow afternoon and just come in here with something people would use for their yard and just hand spread it the last little bit, which is gonna suck, but the tractor's needed elsewhere, so it can't stay here overnight just to spread 50 pounds of oats. So it will go to Connecticut tonight and start plowing and getting ready for corn in Connecticut, and this will just have to get done by hand. But see behind me, it all looks pretty good. This is the plant rig right here. These are all the discs. As you can see, the seed's up in these hoppers, and the seed comes down through these tubes and goes down and then cuts open the disc, and the chain link fence just kind of flattens it all out and smooths it out just to get a good coverage on the seed. That way the seed just isn't sitting on the soil and turkeys or whatever don't eat it all. But that's the planting setup for this year. So far so good. Off to Connecticut and plant corn. So today we're finally planting corn. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's gorgeous out. Had a little bit of troubles with the corn planter this morning. It's all new to me, planting corn and this corn planter. But basically how it works is you have your your seed bin, which is up here, and it's worked on a vacuum system, and the seed comes down into this drum, which creates air pressure from your PTO. This spins, and there's these holes, and underneath they get sucked down out of here into these lines and down into your planter. Then I have fertilizer going down at the same time, which just comes right down into those discs right there through these tubes and gets put offset about 4 inches from my corn seed. We did have some trouble this morning with my markers here. So what the markers do, that actually you can see right behind me, is when I make a pass with the tractor, these markers make a line, so the next time I come around, I actually drive that right over the center of my tractor, which gives me my perfect separation, which is 30 inches apart from my rows. That way when we come to harvest, everything's a nice straight rows. You're not guessing and you're not crooked. So what happened is in here there's a mechanism on your hydraulic system, this little pump right here, if I can get the shade on it, that little pump right there, and that actually sends hydraulic fluid forward and backwards, which puts your markers up. One side goes up and the other side goes down. But here, since it's not working, I disconnected the hydraulic cylinders and I'm just gonna work it manually. So once I get a pass through the field, I'll get off the tractor, pick it up, put one side down. But from right now where we stand, I have the outside 12 rows planted, so now I'm gonna keep going straight up and down. I will have both markers down. I'm gonna go right down the field, then I'll pick one marker up, turn around and come straight back the field. I'm gonna work my way up and down this field, and then obviously it's not a perfect square, this field, or rectangle, so I have little gaps I will have to fill in afterwards. But so far that was good. And then we also had some issues with seed. We'd make a pass and there'd be seed falling down the middle right here, and obviously seed's not supposed to be there. So we were looking, after further investigation, it was actually a little hole was sealing up right here and corn was falling down. So we took the drum off and we put some flex tape and actually kind of filled in that hole perfectly. Thanks to another farmer came to help me build plant, came to give me a hand this morning. He helped me take the drum off, come up with the idea of the whole flex tape, put the drum back on. Now we're not obviously wasting any seed. Seed's expensive. It's about 340 bucks a bag. So we don't be wasting any seed, but now we got everything pretty well dialed in. I have my depth on my seed pretty good. We adjusted the wheels here a little bit. We're planting out like 1.5 to 2 inches, which is perfect. So I'm gonna get back in the tractor, keep getting this field planted, hopefully get this field done and head back to Massachusetts. And I got one more field to finish planting, and then I'll be done for corn and start focusing on hay. But that's the operation we have going on this morning. Everything's good. So we're all done planting corn in Connecticut. Very happy the way it turns out. That's the field there. Got the corn planter disconnected. The truck's gonna stay here. I got the disc all hooked up here, hooked up to the tractor, and got my lunchbox and some cold drinks full of ice. So I'm gonna hop in the tractor. I think it's like 15 miles or something like that. So maybe a little less, I'm not exactly sure. Get in the tractor, head to back into Mass, a couple towns over, and get that field all planted up tomorrow, and we will officially be done with planting for 2024. Thank Lord. But that's it, and we're gonna head out of here and head off back into Mass and finish up planting season. Up. Got the seed all in the hopper. It's all ready to go. Lock it up, hop in the tractor, and hopefully get this thing all done today and be done with planting for the year. That wet spot that I was fighting last night, I got pretty good. It's a little wet right there, so I'm hoping I'm gonna do on the other side, that field that goes all the way around to the swamp, I'll back get all that planted first, and it's hot. Hopefully it'll dry up a little bit or something, and run lightly with the harrow in it and get rid of the ruts, and try to plant it before you know, try to get it plant where it's not too wet. If it's too wet, I might go get the duals and put the duals on tomorrow and finish, you know, 4 or 5 passes with the duals. But I'm gonna get in the tractor and get it done. Planting the stretch right here. That's that wet spot over there, but we're in here right now. Corn planter's doing good. You can see behind me. So far, no issues this morning. Probably 5 acres in. Another 4 or so to go. Just kind of chugging right along here. But that's the update. Everything's going good. No hiccups yet. A little wet. I went through a wet spot down over there by that tree line, but kind of just put the torque converter on and hammered down, gave it a little bit more throttle, and I got through it. Slowed down, but I didn't make ruts or anything like that. But keep going here and hammer this out and get it done and move on to the next project. So we're just about wrapped up here with corn for the year. I have, not sure if you can see my lines here, then like right there, there's this little path. I don't know, it's probably like 3-4 passes maybe. It's all dry in here, but just like right there, it's just too wet. So it's gonna be like 80 today. I mean, it's noon now. It's pretty hot. So try to dry it up a little bit, and then maybe even put the duals on tomorrow or something. It's gonna rain just like a 1/10 tomorrow, which really isn't a whole lot. And then maybe Tuesday, Wednesday is gonna be sun. So maybe I'll try to get in there like Wednesday afternoon, disc that little strip up, break up the ruts from previously harrowing, and just hook up to the planter and get it. But yeah, it's all done. It's a great feeling to have this in the books, and it was a good experience. A couple flaws along the way with the planter and the harrows and the plows, and just kind of figuring out as I went, but I figured it out and got it done. So pretty happy with everything turned out. Still have actually quite a bit of seed. It's probably like $400 for the seed. So I'll probably bag that. Maybe I can even save it or something. I don't know. Make a deer food plot out of it. But that's it. On to hay now. A big old hay field out there. So it's about 20-acre hay field. So gonna get it done.